wanted to shoot a quick video today. I got two new knives in the mail recently that I just want to show you guys while I'm out here, and I have this big box of my heat treating kiln here as a table. It's kind of an impromptu video. This is probably my favorite, way too small for most people EDC knife. And I say that because Griffin Co. Scout, or Griffin Co. Knives, aka Combat Beads, came out with the Griffin Co. Scout Medic. This is a Cerberus Knives Riot, R-I-O-T-T, so two T's on Riot. And it's an S90V. It's got a compound grind. So what it looks like to me is he has kind of a mid-tech thing going on here. Oh man, I'm bleeding again somewhere. So it looks like to me that what Christian does from Cerberus Knives is he's out in California. They like small knives in California that are carryable. This makes a lot of sense. Guys, this is leagues ahead of the Griffin Co. Scout Medic. The Griffin Co. Scout Medic is just too small to be functional for me. It's a cool keepsake, and I do have one. I should have done a comparison. I'll do that later. But this is an impromptu video. This is a fantastic redesigned version of a knife. I would not call this a copy. I would call this a reimagined and redeveloped and redesigned version of a small fixed blade, pocket fixed blade, for guys in California that can't carry anything over 2 inches or 3 inches, I forget. It's got really light jimping there. I'm used to my other camera where you had to get up here, but this one focuses nice and far. I'm about 6.5 inches from the camera, and it's crispy clear. Gotta love this iPhone 16 Pro Max. So, this knife, it looks to me like he has his handles machined. This is black micarta with beautiful 45 angle ribbing along it. And it's just beautiful. Very, very well done. It looks to me like he has these machined. Then he gets his blanks cut out and does the jimping and hand, what's that called? Acid wash, and stone washes them. Has a beautiful stone wash. It's a two-tone with the belt satin and stone wash. And then what it appears to me that he does is this nice hollow on the flats, and then a nice flat grind up front so he can keep that really fat tip. So guys, this is super cool, super well thought out. You know, his research and development, his R&D stage on this was very well executed. The compound grind looks beautiful. You get the strength in the tip of more like a Tonto style. That two-stage grind, that compound grind, it looks beautiful, cuts beautifully. You have your nice slicey stuff for you know, gliding through a cut, and then you have that big fat belly front flat edge there, flat grind there for push cuts and using that tip for stuff. Just a way cool knife in S90V. Love the two-tone, love the handles. I threw that little lanyard on there. I got to order some more beads, but they're so damn expensive. If anybody in the comments could please tell me where you get freaking everyday carry micarta beads that aren't $50 a piece. I love Griffin Co. knives, I really do, and I think they're generally priced pretty well. But man, their machined micarta and titanium beads are between $30 and like $100, and I just can't get on board with that for an accessory. I'm sorry. Notice, guys, that I have a lot of EDC stuff, a lot of the new age folding knives and flippers and little pocket fixed blades and things like that. I test all kinds of stuff and own all kinds of stuff. But if you've seen and recognized, I do not get on board with, you know, a lot of the beads or the pry tools or a lot of things that are just very expensive because they can. They're not expensive because they should be expensive. They're expensive because they can make them that expensive. I know more than most the high price of manufacturing these days, but yeah, not a big guy for the pry bars or the beads. I'm usually somebody that has a multi-tool in my car, or if I'm going to be in a position where I need to pry stuff, it's usually a job site in which I have a multi-tool on me. So we're gonna have another video about multi-tools coming up soon. So this is the Riot by Cerberus Knives. Fantastic knife. I was able to get it on the Sunday drop. Guys, check out Cerberus Knives on Instagram and YouTube. On Instagram, he always posts when he's doing a Sunday drop. Usually Sunday, 10 p.m. in California, which means 1 o'clock out near me. So Sunday mornings, just about every other Sunday, like clockwork. Gotta love Cerberus Knives. Pillar of the EDC community. Cerberus Knives, fun fact, Chris actually got his kind of recognition, if you guys remember, from doing the custom Spyderco scales. And I have his scales on my Shaman, those OD Green custom ones with the eyelet of tan micarta inlaid around the pivot. Oh, beautiful. But yeah, Chris does fantastic design work and just really executes an EDC knife in a fantastic way. I really, really, really love this thing. I'll put the price down in the description. So I've been shooting more, upright videos. Usually long form content I will shoot horizontally. So, you guys can blow it up on your phone, turn your phone sideways. But sometimes I like when I come upon a YouTube video and boom, it's right side up. So I can just keep my phone right side up. So that's what we're doing today. So real quick, I just want to do a small cutting demonstration. I have the camera kind of in a funny way in front of me. And I got some brown paper here. So let's, it's packing paper. So let's check this edge on that compound grind. Ooh. Ooh. Guys, it's nasty. This paper is kind of wavy in all directions, so what you guys might think are hang-ups is just when I hit a fold of the paper. Now, if I fold it over, it won't do it. You'll see. Oh, man. Guys, these things are so super slicey. Let me give it a couple of folds there. And really look at that belly. Ooh. Nice and sharp consistently the whole way down. See, guys, what you're thinking is a hang-up is when I'm gliding along and then it bows out into that fatter section on the compound grind, and it kind of stutter steps because it's hitting this bulbous back. But guys, when you look at this, let me show you in relatance to my Demco AD20 in 20 CV. Guys, this is almost as thick as the Demco. Literally. I mean, it's not as thick, but it's almost as thick. So, I love that. Most people would say, oh, I'd rather it's thin and slicey. But on something this small, you're going to chip that tip off if it has a distal taper out towards the tip. This has one of the most well-executed blades that you could have on one of these small things. And I really, really love it. So, did the paper cut, show you that a little bit. Let me turn this camera. Oop. I love how people are so concerned about getting their camera stand in the video. You guys know me, I'm very unprofessional for a YouTube channel. But I do give honest reviews and I try to stay true to the knife world and be a respectful part of that knife world. So I think I make up for it in general can-do attitude. Guys, this thing is a scalpel. As you can see, it's just passing through. This is a regular Amazon box cardboard, so it's not the double wall, but it's not the thinner, more pliable stuff. It's pretty good, pretty hard cardboard. This is one with a label on it. Now let's go against the grain for a few cuts. Now again, this is not a slicey folder. He made it, oh, I hate when you get that glue all over there. He made it with the intention of having it a pretty hard usable knife. I mean, this is not a hard use knife, but it can certainly be used as a hard use knife. I mean, guys, this thing is awesome. I've carried it every day since I got it like 3 days ago, and I really love it. I can't lie to you, this S90V, I'm sure, you know, knowing Chris a little bit, I know he does his due diligence, and he's always been a really great addition to the knife community. So he's going to have his heat treat and his edge geometry on par. Guys, this is nice and slicey down here, and then that thick boy tip. Really loving this thing. Drag cuts are really comfortable. I'm trying not to cut into my heat treat box too bad, just in case there's something under that face that I don't want to cut into. I have a bad habit of going to do an unboxing and opening a knife box and cutting into the package, so I'm going to try not to do that today. Really sick knife, cuts like a dream, nice and thick tip. Guys, this is a hell of an EDC fixed blade, a pocket fixed blade. This is how it comes. I ordered a leather sheath from Bad Stitch Goods. Excited to show you guys that. Okay, now next up, just got this from a friend on Lend, and I'm trying to get it off my belt. And I'm going to just show you guys, I'm just showing you these two knives because I'm really excited about them, and they're both really enjoyable. There's nothing like being a content creator in the knife world, and a lot of times you'll get knives in the mail and they just kind of let you down to what your expectation was. Both of these have exceeded my expectation by about 16%. So I am 116% satisfied with both of these. Now, that Riot was first up. Next up is the Teel Mercenary. This was sent to me by Thomas. I don't know if he wants me to say his last name. My buddy Thomas C on Instagram. I mean, I tagged him in my Instagram videos, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind. But Thomas C, thank you so much, brother. He bought a knife from me on my knife sale a couple weeks ago, and we've just been chatting it up and, you know, sending videos and recordings back and forth. Holy crap, guys. There's a bunny 3 feet from my leg there. Imagine if I just stuck him with this. I would never do that. Oh my God, could you imagine just whoosh? That would be so messed up on YouTube. I bet you I would get so much PETA hate mail. Oh man, the libs would really take that one out on me. So, this is a nickel boron coating. Apparently, the creator of Teel Knives, the owner, who does, you know, most of their design stuff and everything, he apparently said that this is a very rare coating. I guess like one guy in the world does this coating. It's called the nickel boron. Guys, you're correct in your assumption that this handle is very thin in overall profile. I'm going to show it to you next to one of my favorite, very expensive, technically a custom. This is a Aaron Goff, longtime member of the knife community and custom knife maker. As you can see, this is the handle on his smaller belt knife, and it's considerably fatter. Just wanted to show you a kind of an example there. So this, you can get a really nice wraparound full grip. It has these like chamfers, or not chamfers, these scallops out of it. So it is textured, not like a Primitive Bear Knives texture, more like these big divots. It almost feels like a, you know, a really tactical, you're supposed to have combat gloves on or tactical gloves on, or some mechanics gloves on. But man, that freaking coating is BADASS. So guys, the reason I was so pumped and impressed by this knife is I'm going to make a really crazy statement right now. This knife is fairly thick behind the tip there, and not that thin behind the edge, right? This is meant to be a combat knife, tactical knife, field knife, but it has a choil, as new age combat knives do, so you could choke up on it and get some finer detail work done, whatever that means to you. Go ahead, feather sticking, whatever. Has a nice sharp spine from here to here. The jimping is way too aggressive and does hurt your thumb, but you can bypass it up there or just hang back in a hammer grip. So the reason I brought this knife up is I'm so pumped about two things with it. One, the Kydex is some of the best, most well-designed Kydex I have ever had. This is a polymer plastic, almost like what Glocks are made out of. An injection molded, really hard plastic. It's a little loose, but it's very, very, very hard. So it's nice. You can slip it on and off the belt without taking it off. Put an Alti-clip on this and conceal carry it. For a large fixed blade, it would totally be doable. Overall profile is nice and thin. So the Kydex has a really cool retention screw that you can actually get your fingers on, so you don't need a Phillips head like most others when they just have a Phillips head for the retention to slide it up and down and retighten it. I've been running it fully loose, but it's a really nice kind of grippy finger knob there. Slide it down to the fully loose. You can put it the whole way up top to lock the knife in there. So this is some of the greatest Kydex. Just well done Kydex. Really love it. And I swear to God on my life, guys, not only is that coating rare and cool and makes it just look like a battle-worn kind of, but still shiny knife. And I know tack knives aren't supposed to be shiny, but it's a beautiful coating, beautiful knife. This is G10, so it's a green and black layered G10. Really unique hardware. And then on the tip of the tang, he actually, on the butt cap here, he actually makes it so it has a point for an attitude adjuster. So you can bing, bong, bang, whoosh, right on top of the head, and metaphorically split some wigs. That coating does go all along the tang. Very well done. Fits my hand like a glove. Just can't tell you how much I like the ergonomics. But back to the second point of why this knife kicks ASS. You ready for this? This is not only the sharpest knife I have ever got. Okay, you ready for this? Gary Creeley, shout out to him. May I dare say he is a friend and just a great, great guy. Has helped me immensely with my journey into knife making. Guys, I swear to God on my life, this knife came as big as and thick as it is. It came as slicey and sharp as the only other knife that I have ever gotten that's this sharp in memory is the Creeley Blades Mako, because Gary sharpened it with his crazy setup. It's like a Tormek, but it's a different brand. Guys, you see the effort that I am not putting into this. I am not even putting red spots on my thumb to press into that jimping. That's how little effort this is going against the grain. This is the sharpest knife of this size and thickness I have ever had, and glides through material in a way that I did not know existed for a larger style knife. So let me show you on paper with a piece of this brown, annoying brown paper. Guys, this is horrifyingly sharp. And I know it's really hard to tell, and that's why I wanted to show you guys just prove to you guys just how sharp this knife was. So I ordered a sharpness tester, because every time it hits one of these folds, it hangs up. That's why it's nice to use a nice white sheet or a, oh man, this is not looking as sharp as it is. Holy cow. Okay, you can really hear it there. You can see the slicing is not frayed. There's no frayed spots along the edge. Guys, this knife, let me fold it over and get some of those crinkles out. This knife is the most terrifyingly sharp knife of this size and thickness I have ever had. It is absolutely, without a doubt, just terrifyingly sharp. Just right off. You're not going to know unless you have one. So guys, You guys know one of my biggest pet peeves is getting a knife this expensive. I'm sure this was at least $300. I'm not really hip to TKL's prices. I was explaining to Thomas that it bothers me that TKL knives are kind of so difficult to get. I wish he just did freaking drops instead of always doing these pre-orders. I go on his website and I can't tell which knives are up for order and not up for order. I tried to reach out. I didn't get any response. And so I gave up and I never ordered a TKL ever. But I am totally impressed. Again, it's very rough for a, hard use kind of continual, what's that called? Survival knife that you're going to use a lot for fire making and stuff. It does have a very sharp spine, so you could. But guys, this is a combat knife through and through, and it is absolutely one of the most terrifyingly well done sharpenings with a literal polished edge. And not only the sharpening job, but Peterbilt Knife Guy's favorite phrase, the edge geometry is done. The edge is done so well, so it's got a little bit of thickness for toughness. This is an 80 CRV2, but it's just a slice monster. Guys, this thing is terrifyingly slicey and will absolutely meet every step of the way, meet every challenge that you need to meet with it. You can literally butterfly cardboard with it. That's how terrifyingly sharp this is. It's just, guys, it's so good. It's so good. It's so well done. So I'm excited about it. I love it. Thank you so much to my buddy Thomas C., a new friend in the knife world. Oh, I'm like, why is there hair all over this box? New friend in the knife community for me. I will certainly tag his Instagram in the description. Thank you guys for watching. I know this is impromptu, and half the time when I'm filming something, it's always on a different platform. I'm filming on a desktop or out in the woods or in my garage in the shop or what I'm doing, and I'm just a goofy guy that loves knives. And when it's like the Holy Spirit. When I get the feeling to preach and tell you guys about knives that I love, I don't give a shit if I'm in the bathroom on the toilet. I'm going to tell you about it, man. And I'm going to shoot my video, and I'm going to tell you how much I love these knives. So let's zoom in just a little bit here, and I'll show you them next to each other. The two that I was showcasing today. The Teel Mercenary in 80 CRV2 nickel boron coating. And then the Cerberus knives. Cerberus knives Riot in S90V. And these are the two knives of the month that have just absolutely blown me away. And I can't tell you how pleased you will be with each one of these. Thanks, guys. Like always, stay safe, stay heavy. God bless all of you guys for continuing to watch my crazy content. Have a great week.